Welcome to Water Cooler Wednesdays. I'm your host, Lauren Lemunyon, a certified professional coach, here to help you take on all those hard-hitting questions you hear around the water cooler. Have a question? Feel free to submit it to the link down below and check back to see if it'll be featured on a future episode. If you like what you see or any other videos posted on this site, feel free to pass it along to your friends, to your colleagues, to your boss, even to HR. Start that conversation. We have a question in today. Dear Lauren, I'm a CEO and recently uncovered unpleasant reviews on Glassdoor about my company. Should I respond to the comments? Should I have my employees post positive comments to counter the reviews? Thank you, Image Conscious CEO. Thank you so much for your question. I'm sure you were pretty disappointed when you saw those reviews. Unfortunately, when people leave, they don't always have glowing remarks to say about you or your company. So I have some questions for you before we determine what the strategy is. First, how accurate were those comments? Were they about common themes? Were there multiple ones? Was it just one scathing review, or were there multiple reviews saying the same thing? The reason I ask is many times there's common themes that you may not be pointing out, whether it's compensation, employee morale, your leadership even. If they're pushing a button within you, there's a chance that there's some accuracy in this that you may not be seeing. You may be in a little bit of denial. So if you can pull yourself back from the judgment of who you think this person is and what they're saying about you, and look for that nugget of truth of those adjustments that need to be made within your company or within the employees or within you, then you can better address it. You can have an open conversation with your team. And you can come up with a strategy that isn't about glossing over the bad reviews or increasing your review by a few points or percentage points. The big question is, do you have your employees respond to this? And I would say no, because if you are even asking them to do it, chances are they're being coerced. You want it to read authentic, and if they're being asked to do it, they're going to feel a little uneasy, but they don't want to tell you. And when these people leave, they may be more likely to put a not so great review about you, about even having to review positively when they didn't want to. So if you're approaching this as a review, 360 review even, you can look at this honestly and see where you need to make adjustments within your company. And you can have that honest conversation. Chances are your employees have already seen this. They're probably a little bit more savvy and on point with this, trying to figure out who wrote it. So if you can pull back and have an honest conversation with your team at a staff meeting, about what this means, if they actually see areas needing improvement, and then ask for suggestions, that's going to make you look like a much more trusting CEO. So try some things out as far as the conversations involved. Don't respond directly until you have a strategy. And don't be defensive, because that's feeding into that negative energy anyway. So let me know how it goes. Keep me posted and keep being awesome.